Good morning, guys. Today we're going to talk about materialistic things. Can also be spiritual. Um, we always, I don't know, like if you evolve and then your mind understands the universal mind, there is no distinction between like spiritual, material, there is no distinction for the universal mind. Universal mind, every object, even with the stone or the mountains or the sea or human beings or animals, everything is one, and there is no distinction. There is this concept of nothingness, right? So once you go beyond your mind, there is nothingness. So today we're going to talk about materialistic things can be also spiritual. And so I was just, like my car is spiritual. My car is very, very spiritual, as this house is very spiritual. The food that you eat, the plate that you have with the food is put on. So everything is combined, everything is unified. So this is for the spiritual understanding where, the material or the materialistic things, we have to be far away from that. No. So I'll explain you sometimes the materialistic things that we have discovered can be more spiritual than actually the environment outside. So I was thinking to myself, so when I was driving the car, okay, now there is a wind, okay, there's this wind, and if you try to meditate outside, there's no way that you can meditate. You can meditate maybe if you progress your mind in a such a way, or you develop an activity of meditating in a heavy wind, you can, or you can meditate in any circumstance. But you don't have to go there. You can use, I use my car as a spiritual material, like, which takes care of the wind outside, which takes care of the temperature outside. So I can sit inside the car and enjoy the sun rays and go into a state of consciousness. So a material like car can be used to go into consciousness, rather than actually when you go outside, it's going to be hard for you to be conscious. The people who are trying to evolve, the people who are trying to jump from their normal life to being conscious, or for being awake, or for being, to be in the moment, okay? Sometimes the materialistic things like house, even I was thinking about the sannyasis or sadhus who built a cave. They built a cave so that they're covered and they meditate inside the cave, so they are protected by the cave. So it is also material in its own way. Like, you are using a substance from the nature itself, so nothing can be distinguished. Okay, so every material that you see is a part of universal mind, is part of universal consciousness. So you have to respect everything that is in this space. Okay, so sometimes materialistic things can be spiritual, like your house can be spiritual, like your car can be spiritual, the plate that you eat can be spiritual. All of these materialistic things can be spiritual. Even the chain can be spiritual. Like, you can have a positive affirmation, like, you can do a japa, like you can take this out and then you can do a japa where you're turning this materialistic thing into a spiritual thing. It's just how you see things. So that's what I want to say in this video. Like, don't distinguish anything, even use every material that you see use your spiritual mind to turn it to a spiritual mind, and you just jump into those materialistic things on a spiritual way. Don't, if you're distinguishing, then it becomes a narrow-minded scenario. You're using your mind to distinguish. You see this, so this is gold. This, this is some other material. It doesn't have much value. Yeah, according to the rules that we put in, but in the spiritual world, everything is spiritual. Everything. Deflect or use your mind to jump into consciousness by using anything, everything that is surrounded. Hopefully this video helps you. Thank you and have a blessed day.